Welcome students to Chemistry Concept, and today we are going to talk about diborane and mainly focus on its structure. Actually, boron is a group 13 element, and being a member of group 13, it has only 3 electrons in its valence shell. And even after sharing all those 3 electrons, it get only 6 electrons in its valence shell, and octet is not complete. Actually, it is the case with rest of the members also, but here we are focusing on boron, that in most of its compounds, including diborane, the octet is not complete. And this incomplete octet gives some very interesting properties to the compound of boron, including diborane, and let's have a look at those one by one. Okay. So first of all, as I just told you about, let's have a look at the electronic configuration and the structure of boron. We know boron has 3 electrons in its valence shell, and even after sharing all those 3 electrons with 3 hydrogens, octet is incomplete. Boron gets only 6 electrons. For being stable, it needs 8 electrons as per octet rule, but here only 6 electrons. So it is a Lewis acid. So now it is so the compound is, and the formula is BH3. Okay. Now an interesting phenomena takes place, that BH3, in order to partially decrease its electron deficiency or to complete its octet, it dimerizes to form B2H6. You can see that BH3 plus BH3 is B2H6, and this is called diborane, and we are going to have a look at its structure. Okay, and for this what happens, that boron in BH3, boron is sp2 hybridized. That means there are 3 p orbitals, only 2 are used. That means there is one empty p orbital, or more accurately one empty 2p orbital present on boron. And for getting dimerized, there is a trick. One boron with 3 hydrogen bonds and an unpaired or empty orbital, obviously, and another boron also with 3 hydrogens. Now both of the borons have one empty orbital, and the first boron use its orbital to capture or to overlap with the hydrogen atom of another boron. Same thing is done by another boron, and this results in formation of a special type of bond called 3-centered 2-electron bond, or more accurately banana bond. Now what is this? See, if I talk about general bond, they in a normal bond there are 2 atoms, or we can say 2 centered involves. One is hydrogen, another is boron, and there are 2 electrons also, 1 bond pair. So in a normal covalent bond there are 2 centers and 2 electrons. But in this side bond, which in this special type of bond, banana bonds or sideways bond, there are 3 atoms involved. 1 boron, then there is hydrogen, and there is another boron. But electrons involved are only 2, which are delocalized over this. So this is not a normal bond, it is a 3-centered 2-electron bond, and it is simply sometimes denoted like this: a bridge bond or a banana bond, the hydrogen trapped inside. So there are, we can say, 4 2-centered 2 electron bonds 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2 3-centered 2 electron bonds. Now, because of this special type of arrangement, the deficiency of diborane is, or we can say boron is, little bit satisfied, but it's not like the diborane is very stable and it is not a Lewis acid. Lewis acid is something which accepts an electron, and BH3, because of incomplete octet, was able to accept that electron. So it's not like that if it gets dimerized to form diborane, it would be totally valency would be totally satisfied. It is still a Lewis acid. And why it is Lewis acid? Because octet is not properly complete. It has formed a special type of 3-centered 2 electron bonds, and because of presence of these 3-centered 2 electron bonds, diborane is still Lewis acid. Okay, and I hope these things are clear to you. Stay tuned for more videos of chemistry, including organic, inorganic, and physical chemistry. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll love if you give your feedback. Thanks.